So I was motivated to participate in fundraising with St Jude Children's Research Hospital because I had a niece that was diagnosed with AML leukemia and was treated there. And she's doing great. It's been years. She was diagnosed at 3 months old, and she's a teenager now, so she's doing great. But wanted to do something in a big way to support the hospital, and got hooked up with the Lockhart family in Greystone golf course, who was also looking to do something big for St. Jude, and we partnered up and decided to try to do this golf tournament. That's been 10 years ago now, and it took off. It's done great, and so we've been having fun ever since. You know, it's up to us to create a community, whether we're working for business or whatever capacity we're in. So it's about building our community and supporting our community, and that's, you know, it's important to me personally. It's important to the company that I work for, and you know, nobody else is going to do it. It's up to us to do it. We've been doing this for 9 years, and every year it's gotten bigger. Last year we set a record. We raised over $300,000 in a single year. So we're knocking on the door $2 million total raise for St. Jude. That's net contributions to the hospital. And knock on wood, but I think this is an even bigger year this year, and we'll break another record.
So when this all started out, Hootie let me know that he was getting ready to do this golf tournament to give back to St. Jude, and I asked him, can I come help and be a part of it? I've had 8 friends of mine's babies who have gone to St. Jude. I know that's hard to believe. I've had some of my employees, but some good friends. I'm very, very passionate about St. Jude and giving back, and how blessed we are. And I'm a firm believer in God's will is for us to help those who cannot help themselves. And count your blessings. And this tournament here is grown year after year after year. And it warms my heart to see the same people back year after year giving back and helping this tournament be successful.
I was 15, I was playing football at Walker High. Man, I was just a regular kid, you know. You always hear about people getting cancer, but you never at any point think that it's going to be you or somebody close to you. You know, and I was as healthy as any kid at our school was. And one weekend I felt bad, and I think it was that Tuesday, ended up after a football game, I got diagnosed with leukemia, and 2 days later I was at St. Jude, and you know, we were thrown to the wolves almost, it seemed like. But when we got to St. Jude, there was no place in the world we could have been that was better or treated us better than what they did. You know, they did really well for us. They took care of us. They made sure we had everything we needed the entire time we were there. I'm back healthy now. Caroline and I got married. We've got a child now. I'm hoping to get a couple more on the way here pretty soon. When you come out here, everybody knows somebody who has been affected by it, and every single year you come out and you see the support we get from the community, and that to me stands out the most of anything with this tournament, is just the amount of support we get from everybody.
You hear the stories about Monroe that are great, but the truth is that 20% of the kids that are going to St. Jude are still dying. I mean, it's 80% success rate, but there's 20 that's gone. It's 1 in 5, and it's unacceptable. But the money that's going to St. Jude is working. You know, when they started this thing, it was flip-flop. It was 20% making it and 80% passing. So they've done a great job getting that swapped, but they still got to close the gap. And the only way to do that is with continued support. And look, it's the kind of care that you can't buy, literally. They take care, they think of everything. You know, they've been doing it for so long. And, you know, for instance, Monroe was in high school, and so they had a prom up there for kids, all of the kids that were his age. And they had, I think it was a year that the Miami Heat had won the NBA, or maybe a year or two before. But the DJ that DJ'd their celebration party was the one that DJ'd the prom at St Jude. I mean, they could pull the big names. They get them. Monroe was on they had a picture of those kids from the prom, and he was on the big screen in Times Square, which was pretty special. The way that they got Kelly and I through that without losing our minds, it's just a testament to how good of people they are. And I would do anything in the world for Dr. Sandlin, who was Monroe's primary oncologist at St. Jude. Kelly and I were super fortunate that Monroe was so ready to do whatever he had to do that he never said, I'm not doing treatment today, or anything like that. He never bucked any of it. And it made our job so much easier going through that he was that ready to fight it. And I feel like that physically and mentally, that approach is what got him through. And not that there weren't some difficult times, because there are. But physically and mentally, that approach, I think, did as much to help save his life as the drugs did. You know, prayers are one thing, but God has a plan for everything, for everybody, and you know, you don't get to ask why. You just got to know in your heart that God has the plan and to do it. And so even and look, so I'm a type that I rarely pray for something big, right? Like I pray that all my grandkids are healthy, that my kids are right, just the normal stuff. But rarely do I ask for something specific. And that's the one time that I can remember ever having said, "Hey, look, I'm going to give this to you. You give me something." And so we were able to get him, and this seemed like the thing to do. And I feel like we've done our part. Not that we're quitting by any means, but we may come close to getting our $2 billion net mark this year, net to St. Jude. And if we do that, then it'll be a great thing. I feel like that I have done back for what I told him I would do. I was not a servant before, not just to God, but to people in general. And I am that now. You know, once you become a caretaker, you learn how you see things differently. And so the way I treat people is different, and you know, most of my relationships are different because of that, for the better.